Today's video will be looking at angle geometry, right? And we need to touch a few areas on the angle geometry. The first one is angles at a point. And what the definition says, angles at a point add up to 360 degrees. Doesn't matter how many angles are formed at the point, the total will be 360 degrees. So you have a point right here. And let's form an angle. Call this angle A. Form another angle. Call this angle B. Form another angle. Call this angle C. Form another angle D. And it should be A plus B plus C plus D will add up to 360 degrees. And that principle is important as we need to understand how to find the sum of angles at a point. Our next is angles on a line or straight line add up to 180 degrees. We have a straight line going from our horizontal and if we call this angle A, this angle B, this angle C, all these three is A plus B plus C will be equal to 180 degrees. And it doesn't matter the direction or the orientation of the line. A third is angles in a triangles. The angles in any triangle will add up to 180 degrees. Whether we have a triangle shaping like this, triangle shaping like this, and we shall draw some other triangles as we go. This is our A, this is our B, this is our C, this is our A, this is our B, this is our C. Then A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degrees. Our fourth theory or property is angles in an equilateral triangle. In any equilateral triangle, the angles are 60 degrees and the sides are the same length. We need to know how to identify it, right? Properties, says all the sides are the same length, all the angle. So saying A equals 60, B equals 60, and C equals 60. Right? And these angles, the equilateral triangle, is also equal to 180. Right? Now 60 times 3 will give us 180 degrees. Alright, we're jumping ahead. In our fifth property, we said angles in an isosceles triangles. So in an isosceles triangles, two sides are the same length and two angles are the same size. So alright, so these sides are the same length. So we add an angle at this section is 80. Right? What we are saying is what? This side is 50. This side is 50. Right? Now when we add up the 80 plus the 50 plus the 50, that should equal 180 degrees. Right? It can be different, but with the angles, but the two sides right here, based on lines, would be equal. And our equilateral now, it says the angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. All right, so here we have our quadrilateral, which is a four-sided shape. Calling this A, this B, this C, this D. A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 360 degrees. All right, so let's look on some example right here. All right, the question says find A, B, and C and D in the diagram. Our diagram. I have our point. I have this triangle. I have this triangle. On the side 30 degrees, side 40, and this is A, C, these sides are equal, angle 120, B, this is our D. All right, so what we see is three things that will bring out the concept, but let's look on this triangle. Let's consider this triangle. Now we know that this one is 40, this one is 30, and this side is A, right? From our theory, we know that angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So what we must have this 40 plus the 30 plus whatever angle A should be will be equal to 180 degrees. All right? So let's add up what we know from what we don't know. So we know these two lengths, which it would be 70 plus A equal to 180 degree. So we know that A would be equal to 180 minus 70. And so our A would be equal to 110 degrees. And now that we know angle A, right, which is our 110, let us now look on the angles which are at this point right here. The point is hard to draw. You know, right here is our 120. We just found A to be 110. And so we would need to find our B. We know angles at a point add up to 360 degrees. Therefore, we should have our 120 plus our 110 plus our angle B must be equal to 360 degrees. The 120 plus the 110 give us a 230 plus our B is equal to 360 degrees. Therefore, our B we equal, when we subtract 360 minus 230, our B be equal to 130 degrees. So now that we found B, so we found two angles. We found angle A, we found angle B. Right? Our next shape, right? We found our B to be 130 degrees. We don't find angle C, and we don't find angle D. However, we know properties of an isosceles triangle says that two of the lengths are equal. That's why we see these lines, and two of the angles are equal. Therefore, we know that firstly, angles in a triangle must equal to 180 degree. All right. So we know angles in a triangle equal 180 degree, and we do know that if these two sides are equal and the properties of an isosceles triangle, it said two angles are equal. So C is equal to D. We're gonna set up our equation. We have C plus 130 plus 130, and that should be equal to 180 degrees. All right? We can add up the two C's because we just said C is equal to C. So we say 2C plus 130 is equal to 180. We have 2C equal 180 minus 130. And that will leave us with 50. Right? Dividing the 50 by 2, our C is equal to 25. Right? So if our C is equal to 25, that means also our D is equal to 25. Right? And 25 plus 25 plus the 130 will give us the 180 degree. And now we are moving on. Let's just try to bring out another quadrilateral rather. Alright, so first thing that we need to note is that for a quadrilateral, it adds up to 360 degrees. Right? Taking the angles that are inside the quadrilateral, we'll have 60 plus 120 plus 80 plus A is equal to 360 degrees. Right? So adding up all these sides, we will have 260 degrees plus A equal 360. So our A is equal to 360 minus 260 degree, and our A is equal to 100 degree. In now finding what angle B is, we know that that is a straight line, and so we say A plus B should be equal to 180 degrees. Because the angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. We already found A, which is 100, plus our B equal 180 degree. So our B is equal to 180 minus 100, and our B is equal to 80 degree. All right, thank you for joining us in our video on angles in geometric shapes or angles in triangles which add up to 180 degree, and angles in a quadrilateral that add up to 360 degrees. All right.